Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I asked you in my last video and on Instagram a couple days ago to send me questions for a 1000 sub Q&A, so we got quite a few and let's just dive into them. I am probably not going to be able to get through all of them, so if you don't see yours in here, I probably private message you, so go check that. But we're going to start things off on the YouTube comments, and the first question I see is from Kobe Durant. What is the first thing you plan on doing when you get back to campus? And I guess I'll tie this in with an Instagram question that I also got from James that says, are you going to be living on campus next semester? And the answer to that is yes. I mean, kind of. It's going to be an apartment that's slightly off campus. So it's pretty much living on campus. And the first thing that I'm going to do, there's so much that I either didn't get the chance to do in freshman year or I just missed from freshman year. And one of those main things is bottom of Lenore and eating at Sushi Nara. I don't know why this is going to be the first thing I want to do. The food was good, but honestly not like amazing. It was just convenient. And it did make me sick like 1 or 2 times, but I think just having it is gonna like take me back to freshman year and just bring back those vibes. So that's what I'm excited for. You can definitely catch me in bottom of Lenore in the first few days. But yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to lend me a plus wipe because of a meal plan anymore, well, let me know. Next we have one from Meredith. I see you a lot. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching. Q&A. Jobs in college? Do businesses around UNC hire students so we can make the money that we spend? Yes, a ton of places on Franklin Street and in surrounding areas in Chapel Hill, if you have a car, hire students. A lot of the stores, fast food places, and even the restaurants that I walk into, I'll see a decent amount of the employees being students. And you also have a few options on campus, like working at the student stores or at the gyms. So yeah, the answer to that is definitely. And she says, what is your take on first year seminars? Any good ones you recommend or anti-recommend? Should we take one in our major? I cannot recommend them enough. I personally took mine just for the Gen Ed credits. The first one that I took gave me 2 Gen Eds that I didn't need, and the second one that I took gave me 3 that I didn't need, including EE, which was one of the harder to come by ones. So I really love them for that. Keep in mind that you can only take 2 during all freshman year though. So yes, definitely look into them with the priority of finishing Gen Eds because they are more interesting classes than your regular core classes, and they do have less work. Personally, I'd rather have that in a Gen Ed class rather than a major class because chances are you're already at least somewhat interested in your major classes, and I don't think seminars count to credit in your major. But yes, look into them for sure. I'll jump back to YouTube in a little bit, but we are going to go on to Instagram now. Hey, first of all, 85 of y'all are fake followers. I posted both these stories at the exact same time, and 85 people clicked off on the first one, so shame on you if that's you. I'm just kidding. First question comes in from David Howe. Poop or pee? Really got an intellectual one to start off on the Instagram questions here. It's a tough one though. I'm gonna have to go pee by a slight margin. No disrespect to poo though. Raja says no. No to you too. Go take out the trash in your apartment, bro. Nikhil says, which YouTube video did you enjoy making the most? As much as I want to say the geography one because that was super fun to hear the responses for, or even the asking Duke students one, there was also the added layer of nerves during those videos because I never really made a video like that before, so I think that took away from a little bit of the fun. So I'll say my first ever college day in the life vlog that I made in freshman year. I really enjoyed that because, I mean, I still had like 50, 100 subscribers back then, so I was really just making it for fun. It was the first vlog I actually made with this camera that I'm using instead of my phone. And so I was just walking around campus experimenting with everything. It obviously wasn't the best, like, composure-wise, but I think I did pretty good for it being my first vlog, and it's doing quite well right now, which is nice to see. Kayla asked move-in day tips. Yeah, I have a decent amount. I'm going to be uploading a full video on that closer to move in August, but for now I'll just say when you first move in, so you're not like completely overloaded and it takes forever, just bring your essentials as well as a few other things like the decorations that you know you want, or like a TV and your cables and all of that, and then just live with those for the first week, and then you'll really start to see what you still actually need, because I personally bought everything in one trip when we moved in, and I found out that I didn't need like at least like 20-30% of what I got, and it was just staying in the drawer. In terms of moving in itself, small box containers are going to be your best friend even in the dorm. That's a great way to organize things. Make sure you know where you're putting everything, so one day when you need your charger brick you can't find it anywhere. Definitely try to buy one of those rolly carts if you can, because otherwise you're gonna have to pick up everything, drop it, press the elevator button, get up again, drop it, pick it up. That cycle is super annoying. So if you get those rolling things, I don't know the name for it, I'll put a picture here. It'll be so helpful. Aditya says, how are you so good at Cold War? Can you teach me strats? I just started playing. Last time I checked, you were a higher level than me, boy. Varun says, why are the Hornets garbage? That is a great question. Years of bad ownership, poor draft picks, the list goes on. However, I will say, for one, LaMelo deserved the ROTY, debate me on that. But also two, I think the future is actually looking bright for once. I've said that so many times before, but this time, I really mean it. I think we're going to be an actual playoff team in like 1 or 2 years. Hopefully I didn't just jinx that. Ariana asked, how do you know if the major you choose is the right one for you? That is a pretty loaded question, actually. I might tackle this in a video later as well. I'll say that you find at least some of the classes that are required for it to be not completely boring. 2, you see the people that have had that same major at the same school, check what they're doing now, and if you think you could see yourself in some of those positions, then that's a pretty good sign. 3, if you literally have looked through the entire major list at UNC and you can't find one you think suits you better, that you're more interested in, then that's a pretty good indicator that you are in the correct one, unless you want to do something unorthodox and create your own major or something. A lot more, but I'll get to that later. Mikkel says, thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys? F the Cowboys. Mikkel also says, favorite brown boy? Question mark. I mean, joke, that was a joke. I don't mind Nav, but I don't think he's the best artist of all time. Brian asks, favorite restaurant on Franklin / in Chapel Hill? I'll give my favorite for a few categories for this one. Favorite Italian, 411. A lot of people are going to say that, but it's for a good reason. There are some other great ones off campus though. Favorite Mexican, I'm going to go with Monterey, which is off campus. I've only had it twice, but it's been the best Mexican place I've eaten in Chapel Hill. I'll give it that. For wings or just chicken, I'm going to go Heavenly Buffaloes. Shout out to Varun who showed me it, but it's all the way down West Franklin. Portions and everything are really good. Best like lunch spot is definitely True Deli, and best Asian place, definitely for value, is Hibachi & Co. Spicy 9 is the most popular one and it's good, but I think it's slightly overrated and it is kind of expensive too. Lolita says, do you prefer staying at the dorms near the university or commuting to the university? If it's something that's like 90% online like last semester was, I don't mind commuting because there's not really a point of being on campus unless a lot of my friends are, which they weren't last semester. But I assume you're talking about in person like next year, and to that I'll say definitely a dorm or apartment. The convenience is just unmatched and you don't have to worry about driving 20-30 minutes to get there and to get back, which can mess up some of your timings and schedules. Raheel says, what is your favorite college memory so far? There's a ton, but I'm gonna have to go, you guys know I'm a sports guy, I'm gonna have to go with the first ever football game I went to last year against Miami. I personally have only really followed the NFL in my life, so college football was this huge new thing and I was so excited to get into it, and I couldn't have asked for a better first game. It was close, it came down to the wire, we won, it was prime time. It was just so fun, and actually that whole day was fun too. Maury asks, do you think the Panthers are going to make the playoffs next season? I do not think so. For the record, I am not a Panthers fan if that's what you're asking. I'm a Washington fan, but my brother is a Panthers fan. I know a ton of Panthers fans. So I'll say that I don't mind the Darnold pickup. I think it's going to be good for them in the future. But for now, I think they're still in the rebuilding stage, and I'm going to say like they're going to go like 7-10, maybe 8-9 next year. So I think they're still a year or two off from being back into playoffs. Kind of going along with that, Rohit asked, what is your choice for the next Washington football team name? I am going to say anything except Washington football team. I get why people like it. It's starting to grow on me a little bit, but I still would much prefer having a mascot. So my favorite of the ones I've seen suggested so far, I know Red Wolves is the most popular, but I kind of like just Wolves. Like Washington Wolves has a good ring to it. A lot of cool marketing stuff you could do with that, and I'd be down to cheer on the Wolves. So I'll ask, do you plan on doing a vlog of a day filled with adventure, restaurants, hidden gems and stuff? No, but now I am. So thanks for the idea. There's definitely a lot of hidden stuff in Chapel Hill. So maybe one weekend next year I can just go and show you guys all of them. Jumping back on over to YouTube for a couple more. Nick asked, what would you recommend my roommate and I do during move-in week, considering orientation is online? First thing, just walk around or bike around, do whatever. Just walk around campus with your friends without a map. just literally walk and explore. It's going to be the best way to get accustomed to campus and see every little part of it. Too, I know some of the week of welcome events can sound a bit cringy and like overdone, but some of them are actually pretty fun and useful to go to, so don't just disregard those. Go to week of welcome stuff and fall fest, of course. They're also a decent place to meet people and also get close to your suite mates. You don't have to get close, but just try to go to dinner with them or something. Just get to know them a bit more, because you're not living with them. You're going to be in very close proximity to those 6 other people for the whole year, so it's going to be a lot better for you. You guys are all at least sort of friends, so try to do that if possible. There's a lot more though. Aditya again asks J. Cole or Kendrick. Whichever way I answer this, there's gonna be people mad, but I'm gonna stick with my answer from the beginning. It's not a cop-out. It has always been my answer, but my personal preference is J. Cole. But objectively, from a lyricism standpoint and a lot of other things, I think Kendrick is better. Hopping back over to Instagram for the last few. Parker, aka Freestyle UNC. Shout out to them, by the way. If you go to UNC, it's a really neat organization that just popped up and they did a feature on me, so go check it out. What was the most challenging video to make? The most time consuming was definitely the UNC tour, because it took literally 3 days to film all around it, and I'm in the middle of the state one right now and it's pretty much the same thing. And it was also like so many clips, over 200 or 300 to put together and edit. But I wouldn't say that was the most challenging. The most challenging was probably the Asking Duke Students one, because like I said before, it was my first time doing that sort of thing. I had to mess with the other type of mics and all of that. I had to find people, and then editing it together. It's obviously not completely chronological like most of my other videos, so that was a learning process as well. Rashab asks, Euros winner 2020. I am gonna have to go with the Netherlands or Belgium. And my bold prediction from the start has been nobody from Group F is gonna win, and I'm going to stick to that. So for now, I'm going to say Netherlands, maybe Belgium, unfortunately not Croatia, which is who I'm rooting for. I don't think they're going to make it past the round of 16. Also definitely rooting for Denmark too, for obvious reasons. Bishal says, draw my life. I barely know you, Bishal. Sorry, I can't draw your life. But no, I think he's asking me to draw my life. I suck at drawing, so that part I'm definitely not going to do. And also I don't think my life has been that extraordinary so far, so I'm gonna put a rain check on that for now. Got a couple questions about where I'm gonna take this channel and plans for it. Right now, it's obviously still something I do on the side. I started it out as a hobby because I like filming, and it still is that. I guess now you can consider it a side hustle, and I expect that to continue. I obviously still have different career aspirations right now. Honestly, after undergrad, I obviously can't keep making videos for UNC freshmen. So I think people like Elliot Choi have done that transition super well into making more lifestyle videos, and so I guess I'm kind of aiming to do that same sort of thing, but also still being my own channel and kind of combining what I do now with some of my other passions, such as travel. So like maybe going to a bunch of different countries or states and seeing colleges there, that would be fun. Or just making entertaining / funny type videos. I don't know. Well, it's really just wherever it takes me right now. Larry asks, favorite memory of us? Dude, I don't know how many of y'all know this, probably none, but Larry was a good friend of mine back in elementary and in middle school, and we made so many YouTube videos together back then. That's why this channel is 10 years old.
The Kinac 28 and XX Boss Larry.
Because him and 2 other of my friends back then made so much random stuff. Looking back, they're obviously cringy, but it was fun back then and I don't regret it. And probably my favorite memory with that was, I remember one day we were having sleepover with a few others, but you came over early to my house just so we could record a Minecraft video together. So we just like sat on the floor, screen recording our iPad 2s on Minecraft PE. And that was just the good old days, man, the good old days. Technod asks, would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button for moments in life? As much as I want to say rewind because there's so many things I regret, I feel like that would just make me not like live life to the fullest, I guess. So honestly, I'm gonna have to say pause because I'm a very indecisive person and I take a lot of time to think of things. So the ability to do that without time actually passing would be awesome. Anu says, why do you only seek discomfort? Gotta rep the Yes Theory Boys, one of my favorite channels. And also I do genuinely think it's a good motto to live by. I don't think I'd have this YouTube channel if it wasn't for seeking discomfort, so. C88 says, I've been a fan since the era videos. Congrats on 1K. Yes, Shay is a real one. Since the aviation days, the Madden Mobile days, and the COD days, all of my YouTube phases. Thanks, Shay. And final question, when are you going to address the number of posts you have right now? If you don't know, I have a lot is an understatement, but quite a few Instagram posts, and only 20 of those have been in the last 5 years. So yeah, that means from like 2012 to 2014, I posted multiple times every single day. And it kind of became what I was known for in middle school, just that guy who spammed a lot, and I would like make random posts tagging people that I barely knew. And do I regret it? Maybe a little bit, but also no, because it's so funny to look back on. Cringy, yes, but also funny. If you go down there, you'll just see a bunch of random memes, terrible selfies. No, I think I deleted most of the selfies. But yeah, it's just like memes, hockey scores, random news, school closings for snow. Literally anything you'll see down there. And yeah, I guess that was my personality trait back in middle school. I don't know how I did it, to be honest. The reason I still have them and haven't archived them is, one, archive didn't exist back when I started high school, and I was realizing how weird it was that I actually posted that much. But now that it is here, if I archived 10 posts every single day, it would take almost a year to do that. So kind of lazy to just do that. Maybe if I have to make this a professional account at some point, I will. But for now, it's giving people laughs. I have my friends go down there every once in a while, and they'll just start commenting random things on my old posts, and it's so funny to look back on. And hey, if it's giving people entertainment, then I guess there's no harm in it. But yeah, if you're in need of a laugh, just scroll down my Instagram, and you'll see what 13 and 14-year-old Shiv was up to. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. If you have any more questions, then just drop it down below. I'll answer it in a comment. And yeah, this has probably gone on way too long. If anyone watched this far, I appreciate you, and thank you for watching. I will see you later. Peace out. Oh, and freaking thanks for 1,000 once again. Like, I know that's not that big of a number to some of you, but I feel like it's been a long time coming, and it's just the beginning.